Hey, yeah, I'm doing some more videoing. I know it's been a very long time since I've done a video, a few months at least, and I wanted to do another one, kind of going over 2020 and going over my season. I've got Frank, Cedar Creek warded in, and let's see how this goes. So yeah, first off, 2020 obviously sucked. We had the pandemic, we had quarantine, but we never really had quarantine. And that's one of the things that kind of made me stop uploading, is that I was uploading because of what I thought quarantine was like. Because my life, I was here at my place. I know I've got an incredible place, but that's just how it goes sometimes. And I got really lucky, and I have a beautiful place. Got to practice the entire time. Got to live the life I wanted, be outside. Our house is a little cramped, but it was all right. Didn't get this. I haven't seen any of my friends in a long time. Ever since COVID became a real thing, I haven't seen any of them. Non-disc golf friends, of course. And I was a little bit upset that I was doing those videos, and then people were like, some of them would watch them, and then I would see the people who commented go and play in a mini, and I would see how they're playing in the minis, and they weren't being careful in the least, and it just made me a little resentful. So, sometimes that's just the way things are. But I kind of got over it. But then right at the same time I got over it, I had school, and I just never had a chance to bring my camera along and play around. So, that's how it is. But how did 2020 go as a whole for me? I grew a lot over 2020. I just really did. It was really good for me. It just made me a better person. I learned a lot. And just really figured out where I wanted to sit in the world. And disc golf went pretty good. I had a few events before quarantine that I didn't play amazing. I averaged 940 rated golf, maybe a little bit higher than that. But my next events after that, I just shredded, absolutely killed it. Every time I played, it felt like I was playing. I never had an event, ever since Junior Worlds, here's my statistic, I've never played an event where I've averaged below my rating. So, that's just cool. Feels good to be moving up, But nothing really exciting happened. I played Jonesboro. I played okay there. This is probably the most interesting event that happened. Was first 2 days I did okay. My first round I was doing really solid up until the last 2 holes. I finished 6-7 on the day to finish 5 big for the day after going into those 2 holes even. So that kind of dampened my spirits, but you gotta come back from that. Second day, I played so good. I played out of my mind. I was shooting 1030 rated golf all the way through, but I had five putts that hit dead center. The guy who was doing UDisc for me, in fact, mentioned one time, he's like, I keep looking down at my phone to get your score, but your disc keeps falling out of the basket. So yeah, I had some bad luck with the Prodigy baskets out there, but I ended up shooting 1 down, which was 993 something rated, which was good. Played good. Oh. Yeah, I threw a good shot. So yeah, after that round, we went and saw my grandparents who had came up to see us, hanging out with them. I was playing catch with my brother over a lake, and there was this stump out there, and I was looking at the disc, not what was in front of me. Ran full steam into it, and really messed up my knee. My knee's still messed up right now, even, and messed up my wrist. And if I had not, if he had not gone to Walgreens and gotten a wrist brace, I would have not been able to play that round. But I went through the pain. I couldn't throw anywhere close to 400 feet, which you need playing this side of heaven. And it was just one of those things. You gotta keep going, even when the going gets tough. So I ended up shooting 6 big with a damaged knee. I took twice as many OBs as I had taken for the entire event up until that point. that round. So that was tough, but I suffered, but I did it. I played the round, I finished, and that was one of the most proud moments of my disc golf life, being that hurt and doing that. So, yeah, but I knew that, but I was a pressure that I wasn't used to at all, and I learned from it a lot. So yeah, that was some insane pressure, but I finished well, and I did what I could, and I ended up averaging like 960 rated golf, which wasn't bad. Of course, it has the ratings boost and stuff, but yeah, it was all right. Oh yeah, I did all right. Next event after that was Alma Greens, and I'm really proud of how I did at Alma Greens. So, the Alma Greens, I got carded up with Coda Hatfield, and some of you may know him, some of you may not. He's been playing disc golf forever. He's kind of a legend. He's a good guy, and he was so nice, and I really enjoyed playing with him. It was just kind of a nice, easy experience, and I played really great. I played really good disc golf like the entire time. I played my game the entire time, throwing my hyzers to the baskets, not trying anything risky, out throwing a lot of shots that seemed impossible, and getting some really big bonus birdies. I was playing good, and last 2 holes I ended up going bogey, which was a little bit rough because I didn't throw that bad. I just had a couple of tough spots, and a little lapse of focus on my last hole, and ended up going OB. Ended up shooting 6 down in some pretty tough conditions, so it was all right. Shooting my first 1,000 rated round, I think it came out to be 1,006, which was really nice. It was really good. So yeah, after doing that, I made lead card, playing with Coda again. Played with Eric Rainey, which is kind of a local legend. Played with Luke Humphreys and Chris Eads, who's also another local legend. So if you don't know Luke Humphreys, he was Rookie of the Year last year, so he's obviously kind of good. He plays disc golf at least. I mean, yeah. But yeah, I had some tough breaks. Had some tough breaks on the OBs, and was like too big after my first 3 holes, and it was just really, really tough. But I came back, got even for the front 9, made some big putts and all that, and that felt really good to do. So, jumping onto the back 9. The back 9 at Alma Greens is super shreddable. It kind of goes next to a lake on some holes, so OB does come into play. But I'm not really well known for my woods golf ability, but it's very wooded, and I mean, you're seeing how I'm throwing right now. I'm throwing in the woods, and I'm pretty good in the woods. So I ended up shredding through the back 9. I ended up 6 down through 9, taking out Chris Eads and Eric Rainey, which felt kind of good because they're the local legends. I'm kind of the, I guess, up and coming, you know. But hey, I did that. That was great, and I ended up 3rd for the event, which was just awesome for me. Great accomplishment for me, you know. That was pretty good. So yeah, that felt really good, doing that well through those holes. Yeah, and then I came into Northwest Arkansas Open. Only other advanced tournament I played for the year besides the first event I played for the year. And my putting was so bad. I don't think I've ever putted worse, like in tournament. I may have putted worse at Cedar Creek Classic this year, but I putted so bad. Till final day, doing great. Had the nails in the coffin, all I needed. Oh, luck was not with me. I ended up tying with Henley Wells, and he shot 6 down, first 1,000 for him. So congrats, Henley, on your first 1,000. Going to a sudden death playoff, shank it off the tee on the first hole, almost make the upshot, and Henley drains his 38-footer for the win. So congrats to him. But just I was throwing the disc like a pro. Throwing the disc the way I wanted to, I could not putt whatsoever. it was just really, really rough as far as putting goes. Just uncommitted the entire time. Either not committed to the height or not committed to the line. So, yeah. Yeah. But right now, I'm wrapping up school. No pressure right now, which is good. And I don't know where my luck is right now, but it is not with me at all. My luck has been just so bad recently. Like, feels like if I throw a good shot, it gets a little punished. If I throw a great shot, it gets a little bit punished. If I throw an okay shot, it gets pretty punished. If I throw a bad shot, it gets super punished. So it doesn't matter what I do, it's going to end up in a bad spot. So I've been having to putt like a maniac to even do okay. So yeah, I'm looking for some good breaks, but I guess I'm kind of in a spell. So hopefully that comes back to me soon. Otherwise, I'm playing with Ty Browning Wednesdays and Saturdays most likely. We're running together, trying to make our bodies healthier. So Ty Browning's a good kid. Funny, I'm also a kid. He's older than me, but you know, that's how things go. But you know, it's just that 2020 was really good for me in disc golf. I got to 962 rated and will probably jump up close to 970. And that leads me to goals for next year. Gotta do it. I mean, I shot 1,000 right around this year, but that can be done easily with consistency, and I just need to do that. So, yeah, I guess that's the goal for next year. Try and break 4 digits. I mean, I jumped up 50 ratings point this year, almost. So, breaking 30 more, can't be that hard. But that's the next step for me. I'm going to try and break 1,000 rated. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm going to have to practice really hard. I'm going to really have to try. But as long as I do that, I'm gonna do it. So, looking forward to next year. See you on the course. Peace. Okay, I forgot to mention Prodigy Street Team. That was a really incredible experience for me to get that sponsorship. But and if you really love the Prodigy brand and that's all you throw out, it's a great thing for you because you get discounts on all their stock disc and you get opportunities to get like X1s and other cool stuff for me. But that wasn't awesome for me. I wasn't doing great with them. I wasn't playing good. And I was blaming the disc rather than myself. So I was just like, I want to continue to recommend them. I've got Prodigy in my back right now. Get an A2. If you don't get an A2, you're messing up because it's one of the best discs ever made. It honestly is. It's one of my favorite discs. Support Kevin Jones if you can. He's also Team Cedar Creek if you like the local players. Even though he pretty much lives in Missouri now. But yeah, yeah, get those signature series if you can, and you'll be doing solid. Otherwise, that's the rest of my plugs. Hopefully, I get a 2021 disc. I'm going to be sticking with Team Cedar Creek, where we've got a good relationship going. Play Cedar Creek. If you don't play Cedar Creek, you're messing up. Northwest Arkansas, $5, play all day. Elevation, Woods, Open. The 3 best starting holes of any course around here. It's better than Branchwood, better than any course out here. Best 3 starting holes ever. They're amazing holes. So awesome and so much fun. Also, if you just go out there, Loppy, he does a great job. He sponsored Tour Series skins and stuff. Team Cedar Creek plug. Do Cedar Creek. Their merchandise looking pretty wicked. I know, upside down, all that. I'm going to just continue doing this plug because Team Cedar Creek makes some awesome disc. Arkansas, logos are done locally. Awesome stuff. Get your Team Cedar Creek stuff as soon as possible if you can because it looks cool and feels good. Do the Team Cedar Creek thing. Dams! Should they wear Team Cedar Creek merch if they can? Look, he's even wearing Team Cedar Creek merch. Team Cedar Creek, wear it.